former Premier League footballer climbing the managerial ranks to manage in the Premier League isn't quite a news story anymore, but there's plenty that's unique about your path to management, isn't there?
Well, yeah, I wouldn't have classed myself as a Premier League footballer. That's for the first thing. I was there for a couple of games and had a year at Southampton, but I was fortunate to have a career, 13 years, and proud of that. It was something that I just stumbled across towards the back end of my career. I was doing a degree and I did a bit of a teaching qualification and just sort of, I don't know, organically grew to these opportunities.
A Masters in Leadership and Emotional Intelligence. What exactly is that?
The cohort that I was working with were surgeons and people from the military. So it was in terms of how they dealt with mistakes, how they dealt with high pressure situations. Both thought it was how you dealt with those situations, which was the defining sort of factor, I guess, in terms of success. And that was relative to me in terms of football as well. So it was just something it wasn't any grand master plan, it was just something I was interested in, and I thought, why not?
How did the job at Östersund actually come up?
It was a club up in the north of Sweden, 8 hours north of Stockholm. Wanted to do something different, wanted to think outside the box. I thought, well, I'm not going to get anything in England because of where I was at. It was a great experience, chance to experience life in a different place, different culture.
Different weather, very cold, I hear.
Yeah, first day, minus 25, having to cancel training because the footballs freeze.
Wow. You then moved over to Swansea. How big a step was that for you at the time?
I remember it was a huge step from a family perspective more than anything. We'd had 7.5 years in Sweden, very settled, family were really happy there. And I obviously got to the point because of the success in Sweden where I wasn't probably going to get sacked. And when you're a football manager, of course, you know that that's a possibility. So to move back into the UK was always going to be a bit of a risk.
Do you ever visualise you'd be managing in the Premier League?
No, I'm not that type of person, to be honest. I don't necessarily daydream. I just focus on the job. I'm very happy to be here, very, very proud, privileged, fortunate. Yeah, I want to do my best and want to carry on improving.
It's far more exciting, a better style of play, and I think the results will come.
I like the fact that he's trying something different and some of his coaching methods are unique.
I'm happy with him and happy with Tony Bloom's choice in bringing Mr Potter in. Well done, Tony.
On match days at the moment, for us Brighton fans, there's a real feeling of excitement. How satisfying is that for you as a manager to hear that the fans are enjoying what you've put in place already?
No, it's really nice. We're still a little bit disappointed with the points tally that we've got, so I don't get too carried away with things, to be honest. The supporters have been brilliant to me, and they've been really welcoming and they've been positive. Of course, when you come in, you know that you have to convince people and you have to earn that trust or that respect, and we're not there yet, of course. We know that. We've got a lot of work to do. But we'll carry on. We'll keep trying to improve.
How open-minded have the players been about your new style and the approach that you've put forward?
Yeah, they have. I mean, it's not like I'm standing in front of them and saying we're going to do this and we're going to do that or else. It's always a collaborative. That they have to feel that it makes sense. They have to feel that it helps their careers, that they can see there's a possibility they can win football matches with it. And so far they've been great. Football's about a balance. It's about a balance between defence and attack. It's about using the qualities of the players that you've got. But I've been spending 14 years working the way I've been working and trying to play football how we've been playing. It doesn't make sense to get to this point and not be that. There was a lot of good that had happened here. 2 years of stabilising the Premier League and promotion, and Chris previously has done a lot of fantastic work here. To be able to stay in the Premier League is not easy. It's the most competitive league in the world. So along the way, the process, the big challenge in our competition is, results sometimes aren't the results that you want because you're playing against top opposition. So you have to keep strong with how you want to work and keep convincing the players, keep working with the players, and hopefully they understand that we're here to help them and help their careers.